The more we learn about Halo Infinite, the more it sounds like Destiny. You and I have talked about Halo Infinite a couple of times now, and it seems to be a little near and dear for you. It's really pumped you up. It's really brought your voice out on the show. You've found it hard to keep your lips sealed when the topic of Halo Infinite comes up.
Well,
now your lips are sealed. Now that I've brought attention to it, your lips are sealed. Well, this writer, Paul Tassi, he makes some interesting points about what we know so far about Halo Infinite and what the plans may be for the future of it. He believes that this is going to be the last Halo game, and it will work as a platform for upgrades and enhancements and extra packs and packages and expansions.
So
is the word I'm looking for.
New story. It's just going to be...
Well, you've seen a lot of games go this direction, right? Yeah. Where the reason he's making the reference point to Destiny is because the Destiny didn't go make a Destiny 3. They just kept on expanding Destiny 2.
Yes.
And that's a Bungie game, I believe.
Yes.
Yeah. So once you go to a more open world style, which is, of course, that's the rumor for, or it's probably beyond a rumor. They've admitted that they're going for a more open world style with Halo Infinite. Then it becomes harder to rework the whole thing frequently and do a whole new game. People become invested in it. They said there's going to be weapons and weapons upgrades, and it sort of ventures more into that
RPG.
Yeah, well, it goes that way. Now, I don't know to what degree they're going to embrace that, but you look at the branding of the game, Infinite, Halo Infinite.
Right.
And now you start to think maybe there's a point here that's the way the game goes. And then you look at all the other popular games. I know I was reading, people were mad because there was talk that Halo Infinite would also have some sort of a battle royale piece to it.
Oh.
Which people didn't like the idea, but just look at what's popular, Will. I hate to say it, man. Look at what's popular.
Mm-hmm.
You can't ignore it if you're a game developer, and if you're in the business of employing game developers, staying in business here, you look at the models that are working, and you to a certain extent you can't ignore them. You got to emulate some aspects of them. So I don't know how much they're going to embrace this idea, but it does look like they're working in that direction. The exciting part, even if you're against this idea, the exciting part remains a vast open environment that they can truly invest in, because it may go beyond any one game release or one game title. Mm-hmm. And even for the people who were critical of the lack of next-gen-ness with the graphics that were shown off in the early campaign gameplay premiere, which you and I watched on the show and apparently weren't harsh enough about, remember?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe you can put up with that if the world is just enormous and you can all of a sudden interact with tons of things.
Mm-hmm.
So that's really going to be the deal breaker on this, is the scale and scope of the world. And I'm excited for that in a Halo game, regardless.
So you would want that?
I like an open world.
You like the open world?
I like an open world.
Right.
What about you? Is that you like a closed world? I like a tight world.
Well, yeah, they can give it a shot and see how it goes.
I think the vastness of a game helps you escape into it and kind of lose the typical on the rails parameters. Not to say that there's not still a place for that, but I think there's a reason people have gravitated towards these open worlds. It just feels like a little more freedom within the game. Mm-hmm. I don't know how that works in a Halo game, but it's worked well elsewhere.
Mm-hmm.